Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
That's right. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 99. That's it. One more and we'll be in triple digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. And I would like to say, normally we talk about who we are, right? And, you know, that type of thing. And I want to say it was really good while it lasted. But alas, I have conceded the role of host back to this lovely person beside me, Daryl. It feels good to be back to the co-host because hosting is a lot of hard work. Listeners, you may not understand that, but congrats, Daryl.
Thank you.
Yeah, why don't you tell the listeners, how'd your ratings day go?
Yeah, I'm fine, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm like I said, a big weight off my shoulders. I feel, I may not look it, but I feel lighter.
You know, I've got all these buttons to push. Some people say I push your buttons.
You push a lot of buttons, that's for sure. Sometimes the wrong ones too.
There you go. No, yeah. I mean, I don't play a lot of tournaments, so the one that you've had a few updates since I've had my last one.
Yes, I did Falcons.
You did Falcons. You did a couple other tournaments as well. I think you did a couple one-day events that were maybe sanctioned.
WJ or something. Yeah.
So
anyway,
this was the one that got me. I went up to Nationals, and we talked about it before about how I had a great Nationals for me. So my rating went up, and I've gone up to an all-time high.
Whoa. Wait a minute here. When people's ratings go up and they say my rating went up, and they use that kind of tone and stuff, it's usually like it went up 2 points, it went up 3 points, 5 points. I think you're underestimating you're not giving enough gravitas to your ratings update.
Well, I was going to get to how many points it went up.
All right, but you better get to it with a little bit more gusto is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, you know me, I downplay everything.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, it went up.
It went up.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I said it went up to my highest rating ever. I'm the highest I've ever been rated. I am the highest Daryl Williams in MA 40 that there's ever been. Yeah, even though it might not be there. But is that giving it enough?
You're high.
I have jumped up 17 points.
17, brother. Give me fist bump that.
It's not my highest ever jump because I did jump 836 points when I first started, but. Yes, jumped up 17 points to my new record high of 878.
Well, congratulations. That is amazing. That is a new high for the two of us, too. I've never even gotten close to that number yet. So
there you go.
Yeah. Well,
how did your ratings go? Did it go up, but just not a lot?
No, it went down.
Did it stay where it was?
It went down.
Oh, okay.
It went down. But you know what? It didn't go down as bad as I thought it did because I know you unfortunately had to hear me bee and moan. In our clean podcast.
Yes.
Hear me just complain and moan as much as I did while we were in Ontario about how bad I was playing.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt me as bad as I thought, but I did go down. So hopefully you are ready for all the extra responsibilities you have now.
It wasn't that bad because you knew you were going down anyway.
Yes.
So sometimes when you have a good tournament, then you have a bad, not so good tournament, and then you play a couple and you're like, well, I don't know, it might even out. I don't really know how the ratings works. And then you sit and you find out you've gone up by 1 or 2 points, and you're like, well, okay, whatever. You knew since your last rating update, you knew that you're only ever going to be going down.
Yeah, it was just how far. Yeah. And so with that being said, one of us went down, one of us went up for our ratings. How did you do out there, listeners? I see Dina's in there, Sonia, Alex is out there too.
Yeah, saying that my rating is going to the moon.
That's it, baby.
I'm on the way up, Alex. We're only trending in one direction now.
Yeah.
Dina's saying 17 points. That's awesome.
And
Sonia's giving me congratulations as well. So there you go. Sweet. Everyone's happy. We should just address one little other thing here as well, because Doc is always very, he's got a keen eye. He likes it when we change the background. He likes it when we do different things. So he says he likes the more colorful background. So yeah, we did update it for those who are watching.
Yeah, you did a great job on it. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
We've been trying to. It's a step-by-step process. We keep improving little things. We've improved the audio. We improved the video. We changed the seating. We got the new background. Now we have these things that we needed to put up, and we've kind of had them wedged on shelves, and we've kind of put them in and had them half hanging and things like that. But now we finally have the extra things that we have. So we had mentioned it before that we had it, but we didn't actually display it. So we've got the Haute Goat Canadian Championship Hole 1 T sign from the Golds from the Canadian layout. So that's the thing right at the top there. The gold par 4, 777 feet.
So yeah, 771 feet, par 4. Like, and that one there is riddled with OB, is it not?
That's
dude,
right.
on that throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got that up there. If I move to the side, you'll see a blast from the past with our old logo.
Yeah, that was one of our first events that we ever sponsored. That was the River City Cup in Edmonton. I think that was the 27th, not 2026, because that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
The 27th River City Cup. So we sponsored that. We did sponsor Falcon's Flight last year, but we weren't able to grab the board from that one, the sign. But we did. That was our first kind of what do you call it? The first we put it out there of our new logo.
Yes, this was the first time anyone got to see it before we
even
announced it on the podcast. Yeah, and that was thanks to Jordan Alway and Jana Olson for making that get its way back from possibly going into the garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
And got back up onto the wall. And then, of course, what's in the middle there?
And then right in the center, the Canadian Championship 2025, the main logo presented by Enova. We had to have that. That was on a hay bale. All of these signs, like you said, we've spoken to Carrie Neal before. Chloroplast is not recyclable. Nope. It's not something that you can reuse again. There's nothing. All these signs just get thrown into the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that we can take, and we took that sign, and at least we got. And then up in the top left corner, as you look at it, top right corner, the sign that we kind of saved from, or somebody else saved from Gander Disc Golf was given to us because that person was moving out of province and didn't want it to not be shown. So, and there you go, wearing your Gander hat as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Gander washroom sign up there as well. So I feel like, we're getting memorabilia, Jeremy. We've got the Gander washroom sign to make Gander live on. We've now got the Canadian Championship sign and the Innova, the T1 from Haute Goat.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to forget about Canadian Championships. It's going to happen next year, but it's going to have a whole new logo probably. Mm-hmm. This is part of history of Canadian disc golf that we're saving. Well, we've got the Falcons Flight, we've got River City Cup, we've got everything.
Yeah, and our friend there, Mike Carey, had given me a while back when I was still in my studio some 3D printed disc golf hooks. So I'll make sure they come over here, and maybe around we can start putting up some of those signed discs that you have. Because you don't throw them, so we might as well put them on display.
Maybe if we get the basket and we put the basket there, we can hang them
around the basket. I see what you did there. It's a little early for that.
That's okay.
So what are we?
You said it. It was right there.
What are we doing tonight?
Well, tonight we're going to be joined by a guest who is not just a player. He's a graphic designer and a Discy Chicks team member.
Ooh.
That's right. We're going to be talking to Jason Judge Havoc Baston. We'll have him on in about 15 minutes.
That's right. We got a bunch of top of show here, and we've already been cutting in. So let's do it. So the two of us played a local Gig-O-Gur event this weekend.
Get out, get rated.
That's right. That's what a Gig-O-Gur is. And also known as kind of like a no-frills tournament that allows you to play locally somewhere close by and get a rating in before ratings day. Although it didn't quite work out that way. I don't think that rating was included in our ratings update, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I just read what Doc said. It all makes sense now. When Jeremy divorces Darryl for a new podcast, he gets half of Darryl's signed discs. Sorry.
That's right. Exactly. Well, thanks to Kristen Swirls, good old K Swirls, for putting it together. It was called Birdie Feast. She's inspired by seeing all the events that, in the chat here, Alex Penny did down in Calgary, and wanted to make sure us Edmontonians had some tournaments to play as well. She had us in early. She had us out early. I was going to wonder if it was so early that we might be playing glow discs in the morning.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah. Weather was cold, windy. Our first foray into the true fall.
Yeah.
Disc golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And not only the first foray there, your first foray into.
Yeah. I ventured over the border, across the tier, or whatever you want to call it. I ventured over into the pro division, to the MP40, and we talked about potentially going into MP50 next year.
Yeah.
But this Gig-O-Gur came up, and I was like, "What harm can it do?" At least I can say that I've gone pro, and I don't, I know when I'm 50, I can still play MP40.
Yes.
So I just thought, you know what? It's there's no players packs. It's on courses that I know. There's no real downside to it, so why not just go for it? And then for about a week and a half, I was the only one in the MP40 division. I was like, this is going to be sweet. I'm going to get a rating, and I'm going to win another tournament.
Your first pro win.
My first pro win. First tournament I enter and a first win. And then, like, a day or two before then another person signed up, and then ended up being 3 of us in the division.
Yeah.
And that quickly reminded me why I need to stay in amateur and don't go into pro. But yeah, it was a good experience. Obviously, we played Rundle Park, and then anyone who knows who plays Rundle, there's only one set of tee pads, so we're all on the same playing field there. When we got over to Hermitage, and like you say, I think it got colder and windier in the afternoon.
Windier for sure.
And so I finished on the podium. So we'll leave it at that. My rating didn't do as I think because I was rated against all the MA1s and the MP division.
Yes.
I think it didn't do. I mean, this is what I wasn't sure about, and I didn't understand how well I played and how well it would affect my rating. The fact that I was in a pro division, but now I know is that you got to play pretty good to get a high rating in those divisions. So.
Yeah, they don't just hand them out, that's for sure. Well, and on my side, I was in MA40, and I got a chance to get onto the lead card for second round. Played with Eric Timchuk, who I've known and played with a few times. The guy's playing tournaments without a PDGA number. Right. So he just is out there to steal everybody else's fun and ratings away from them because it doesn't mean anything to Eric, but he played so well. Also played with Travis Bouchard, who we know. He's a great guy and always plays well and shows up for tournaments. And then another guy whose name just tells you he's going to be great, Ryan Smooth. And he was smooth. But it was a great tournament. I was standing beside the podium looking up, but right there on the outside, real close.
Yeah, so you can't go. Lead card, you can't complain at that. You remember in the beginning of the year when you said, my goal is to be on Chase card?
Yes, Chase card.
Chase card.
Or it might have been Chase card. It was one of those.
I think it was Chase card. And then the first tournament of the year, or second, I guess if you don't count Tundra Toss, but the first real tournament of the year, you end up being on lead card. So you achieve way past your goal. So and then you're finishing the year on lead card again. So bookend your season nicely.
Look at that. Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Well, it's time to talk about a Canadian tournament. We just highlight one as we like to do. Lots of events took place this weekend. There were tournaments in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, New Brunswick, Quebec. Alex Penny, who's in the chat, he had a Dillo World Championships qualifier event going on. But that's not the one that we're highlighting this week. But we just wanted to give a good shout out.
Yeah, a Dillo Championship. I think that's like the Berg or the Glitch Championships of the world, that kind of thing.
Armadillo?
Yeah, for the Lone Star discs.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. But it's to me.
It is.
Let me practice my French for this one, which usually sounds like it might be Italian, but it's a love language either way. We're highlighting La Grande Finale 2025 of Le Circuit Disc Québec. Présent par Innova. And this is the 10th of 10 tournaments in Quebec's annual tour that they do for disc golf. It took place at Parcours de Cristal, a private course in Saint-Rosaire, Quebec.
See, there's a reason why I did the Dillo World Championships and you did this one.
Well, wait a minute. You get to do the names, so good luck with that. It is an 18-hole course with a 4.6 rating on UDisc, and it looks like it's a brand new course, and it's either on a ball golf course or on an old ball golf course, and the reviews are already great. They're piling in, and at 4.6 and just being open, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, on the MPO side, Hubert Véchon took down the win with a -6. He beat Ludovic Asselin and Charles Blanchette by 2 strokes. That did pretty good.
Yeah.
His first round was a 10-16 rated, and he took home $341 USD.
And I think we need to jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Because I was looking today, and Hubert has decided he's sworn off social media.
Really?
He's done. He was on Facebook today. He said, that's it.
Okay.
He suggests everybody do it. You don't need it. Get off there. So I don't know if that's also off of podcasts. So if anybody sees Hubert, make sure you let him know that we shouted him out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Over on the FPO side, friend of the show, Karen Martel, won with a score of +1. She played 3 points above her rating and put 120 USD in her pocket. Yeah. So I just want a big shout out, big thanks to Jessica DeRosier for the tournament directing of this event.
Yeah, I thought about that. When we do these highlights, we should highlight the tournament director because it wouldn't happen without them and the amazing volunteers that they would have recruited.
Absolutely.
So as we mentioned, this was the final event of the Circuit Disc Québec series. Hubert Vachon ended up winning the series on the MPO side. He beat another Quebec pro, Julian Quenville, by 7.5 points. And I did some little bit of digging here, Daryl, as you know I like to do.
Right.
And Juju, as he's affectionately called out in the disc in the Quebec community, he placed 5th in the final total of the event, right? In the final event, he placed 5th.
Right.
But had he placed 4th, he and Hubert would have been tied for the whole season. Like, and I don't know how they would have done that. You know, you do a playoff for a tournament for like an entire tour, and it would have come down to a playoff. So 1 point out of tying it, or 1 position.
Or maybe it would have come down to whoever won the most events.
Maybe, or a head-to-head, who did in each event.
Head-to-head, yeah.
But that was on the MPO side. And on the FPO side, Karen Martel played in 6 events and won the series with a commanding 112-point lead over second place. And it makes sense that Karen would have done that because she's a Team Canada player. Exactly. Of course she'd do so well. She's been down to Australia to play. Exactly. So congrats to Hubert and Karen.
Yeah. Let's go south of the border. There were 2 big events this past weekend on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, the USDGC.
United States Disc Golf Championships.
And the TPW DGC.
Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship.
Yeah, they both took place down at Winthrop Course in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We had 6 Canadians down there in the mix. On the MPO side, we had Thomas Gilbert and Noah Higgins was there.
Yeah.
Thomas finished tied for 93rd. Noah finished tied for 101st. So it looks like Thomas struggled with OB.
Mm-hmm.
Like many players there, he carded 27 OB shots over the 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But still shooting a 984 rated event and winning the putting competition.
Yeah, well, there you go. So he'd tell us that too. His putting, amazing. His distance, amazing. His keeping it on the fairway, needs a little work.
Exactly, yeah. Like you said, he'll admit that himself, yeah. Yep. Noah had less OB shots, but maybe not being as familiar with the course got him, as he had a number of bogeys and doubles.
Yeah.
We noticed that Noah got to play with Chris Dickerson, Nate Sexton, and he almost got to play with Dave Feldberg.
Stop playing with like total OG players.
I mean, if going down to Rock Hill and playing Winthrop is not enough, playing at USDGC, you qualify, you get to play, then getting to play with great people like that as well.
Oh, it's impressive for sure.
Yeah.
And on the FPO side, we had 4 players. Rebecca Dawn, she finished 48th. Chantel Badinsky,
Miss Frisbees,
finished 43rd, and Colleen McInnes finished T27. And I want to put a big shout out to Colleen, who earned her spot at Canadian Nationals, is how she got down to Throw Pink. And she played a hot round 1 at Throw Pink. She shot even, which was 993 rated, and had her tied for 6th place. She got an after round interview on DGN.
Yeah.
And then she made it to the 3rd card on the 2nd day, playing with Jennifer Allen and Katrina Allen. So great job, Colleen, on your showing at Throw Pink.
Exactly. But Jeremy, that was awesome for Colleen.
Yeah, it was.
But are we not forgetting somebody?
Who could we be forgetting?
Exactly. You know, maybe Sophia Donica.
Oh, yeah. Just Sophie D.
Sophie D. Sophia started a little slow. She had a +6 in round 1. That had her tied for 24th. After that, she just kept getting better and better. Tied for 10th round 2. Tied for 7th round 3. And finally finishing in 4th place. Amazing. She had 2 turkeys of birdies.
On Thanksgiving weekend.
On Thanksgiving weekend, yeah. After carding 7 OB shots in round 1, she only had 7 more OB shots for the rest of the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. She earned herself 4,000 USD.
4,000. We're talking retirement money.
That's like 2 million Canadian.
That's it, for sure. This podcast could go on forever with that kind of money.
It would last us a couple weeks.
That's it. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear about that. And everything's kind of wrapping up. I think the last event will be coming up is the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships, right? So that's the last one there. And we've reached out to Miguel Alvarado.
Yeah.
He was the winner of our Falcons Flight giveaway. He is excited, but now we just have to wait for Canada Post to start delivering between Edmonton and White Rock so that we can get that out to him there.
Right.
Our next giveaway will be posted soon, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. I wonder why. Well, I guess we'll see. Chain Out is sponsored by 2 great sponsors. We have BR Disc Golf, and you can use a Chain Out at checkout there to get 10% off. And we want to let you know that BR Disc Golf not only sells golf discs and other gear, they also design courses.
They do.
Do you know of any courses that have been designed by BR Disc Golf?
There's one in Cold Lake that was designed by just
one in Bonnyville.
One in Bonnyville.
And the OG.
The OG.
In Camrose. And I heard tell I heard whispers of a bus tour. Have you heard about this? But one day it might happen.
Legend has it. Somebody mentioned.
At the Chevy farm.
Yes.
Our other sponsor is Cardinal Disc Golf. You get 10% off by using Chain Space Out at checkout. And I talked to Kevin over there. Kevin and Lane are the owners. And Kevin mentioned that there are some big changes coming soon, and he wouldn't say anything more. So if that isn't a teaser, I don't know what is. So stay tuned to Cardinals socials for more info, because I don't even know what this big change is, but it's coming.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
As always, stay tuned for our Patreon episode after this Chain Out episode. We have a Around the Basket episode for you this evening. We'll be chatting about disc golf. Head over to Patreon to sign up. Join us live. Get your thoughts and comments in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, do we have our guest ready?
You know what, Jeremy? They've gone through the M&Ms. They've drank all the water. They're pacing around now. They're waiting. They're wondering what they showed up for.
Yeah, like this Top of Show. They're like, Top of Show? Is this the whole show? What is this?
Show? Let's go on.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
They're waiting.
Tonight's guest has been a PDGA member since 2014 and hails from St. Catharines, Ontario. He plays in the best division out there.
MA40.
That's right.
Is it?
He is a member of Team Discy Chicks and is one heck of an artist. Join us in welcoming Judge Havoc to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. It's good to have you here.
This is really cool. I'm so glad to have met you guys at Nationals and all this stuff. It's been a great run.
Jeremy always wants to know, is the green room good for you? Everything's looking good there?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, good. Yeah, you get that behind the scenes view of what's happening. You're like in the wings watching kind of thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
So before we start, it happened last week, Jeremy, and it's happening again this week.
Okay.
We're chatting to somebody from Ontario right in the middle of a Blue Jays playoff game.
What are we thinking? Why would we do that?
We did it again. So just like last week, we're going to do our best to keep everybody updated on the score. If you want to know, Judge, I know last week we were talking to Tanya and Chris and they wanted updates. So I don't know if you're a Blue Jays fan, but as of right now, it's bottom of the fourth. Blue Jays are winning 6-2.
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe it's the chain out luck or something like that. Maybe they win when a chain out episode is happening. So we'll keep an eye on the score. We'll jump in periodically there. So Judge, we see you're located out in St. Catharines, Ontario. And when I was looking around on UDisc, I saw Centennial courses out there. So is that your go-to course where you normally play, or what course do you like to play out there?
Well, the local one, like there's Fireman's in St. Catharines, and Fireman's Park has been under some renovation this summer. They're fixing out the pond and cleaning it up. So majority of us have been using St. Catharines course quite largely through the summer. But since Fireman's Park has opened up and it is clean and ready to go, it's been pretty busy over there.
Okay.
So we'll probably be going out there a bit more.
Well, I haven't heard of Fireman's Park. I didn't see it quite up there. What is it, an 18-hole course? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's just located in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Off of Mountain Road. Yeah, it's been there for a little bit. It's a pretty beautiful course.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything when you look at that one, can you see the falls from the course out there or no?
No, it's before all that.
Okay.
It's kind of like in the middle of St. Catharines and by the falls.
Oh, okay. So before the falls and also before the wax museums and the miniature golf courses and the arcades. Daryl's looking at me like I don't
Never
know.
have I ever been to the falls.
To get there, it's probably like another 8-minute drive from there.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, talking about that location and things that are happening out there, how is the weather out there? Because when we went out to Nationals, Jeremy promised me that we were going to go out there and we were going to see colorful leaves. We're going to see some reds and oranges, but we didn't get to see any of that when we came out there. So has the weather started to turn a little bit yet?
Tiny bit. You're starting to see some leaves change, and there's some leaves all over the ground on the course.
Yeah.
But not as much as I thought there'd be at this point.
Okay.
Are you telling us that it's still green out there?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of green still going on.
So we didn't
Yeah.
just miss the leaves turning, Jeremy. We were quite a way away from
ways. We don't even have leaves on the trees anymore after
No,
last weekend here.
exactly. Yeah, we're pretty barren out here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So don't
That's
come
when the
visit at
discs
this
are
point.
easier to find.
Yeah,
Well, it depends, I guess. If they're yellow and they go on the ground,
yeah.
they could be a little tough.
The
Yeah.
wind sweeps them all up into a pile, and your disc goes underneath it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
there
the
you
orange
go.
ones.
there you go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't play with white in the winter. Don't play with orange and brown in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Judge, we like to begin our interviews with our infamous origin story segment. We come up with a fictitious story about how you got into disc golf based on a movie. You can sit back and enjoy the story. Our listeners can guess what movie I'm talking about, and afterwards we'll get your real story. So if you're all set, here we go. And if you're not, doesn't matter. Daryl switched you off the camera.
You're going for it anyway.
All right. The year is 2139 and the PDGA has lost all control over the rules of disc golf. Players are not releasing their discs until they land when they jump putt. They aren't using minis anymore, and they are taking more than their 45 seconds plus their 30-second time extensions. It is complete chaos at this time. Beyond that, they are throwing plain, drab discs in colors like grass green, dirt brown, and concrete gray. Thankfully, one person, you, preserved yourself through Austin Powers like cryogenics and thought out just in time to level the judgment needed to remove the dread that is taking over the sport. With your friendly personality and artistic genius, you bring the sport back from the depths with clear rules, judged fairly. You also cook up some beautifully designed discs, putting them back in the hands of the masses. Rainbows appear, the sun shines, and all is good again. Maybe that isn't quite how the future of your disc golf career turns out. So instead, why don't you tell us how it all really started?
Oh man, you guys are nuts.
Daryl really is.
I don't know if they're getting better or getting worse, or it's just it's a staple. It's a part of. There we go. Dina finally guessed
For,
it.
for a second, I was thinking it was like Bill and Ted of disc golf.
That
One
wouldn't have
disc
been
to
a
save
bad
the
guess.
world.
Yes. That's awesome.
Oh man, so where did it all begin? I used to live in Peterborough, and that was back like in '96 and '97. I did some schooling down there, and I had a friend named Brett McDonald, and we talked about going to the disc golf course that was out at Trent University, and all they had was 9 baskets down there. So we did that for 2 summers and got married, had kids, and just kind of got away from disc golf. Um, and roughly 13 years ago, 13 or 14, I was playing disc golf on the PlayStation. They have a great disc golf game
Wow.
on there. It's called the or Sports Champion or something. It's really decent, and a lot of people haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
But so here I am, beautiful sunny day outside, playing disc golf indoors on TV. So I'm like throwing and looking outside and going, I think I have some of these still. So I took the kids to the shed. We looked in the shed for these 4 or 5 discs I had, an old Cyclone, an old yellow Stratus, and some other no-namers. And we went to the park and we started chucking, and they weren't really going too far at the beginning, but it got me back into it and dived pretty deep
Yeah.
and dived pretty fast and found the love and the spark, and here we are today.
Yeah.
Got involved with doing art and everything, which came later, but
Do you remember what year that was when you first started?
96, did you
I'm
say?
thinking like 96 or 97.
96 or 97? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we looked at your PDGA. We see that you're a member since 2014, but
Yeah.
your first PDGA sanctioned tournament wasn't until 2016. So did you play other tournaments in between that, or were you just not motivated enough? Like you were motivated to get your membership and then just never took the step to go into a first sanctioned tournament?
Well, I heard that, once you got your number, you had it for life. I'm like, well, might as well get in on that. And I really enjoyed the magazines and all that stuff. And
Right.
Okay.
I played a Deuce on Nadelco tournament at the Whiskey Run in Port Colborne. I think was my first tournament that was run by Dusty. And I had no idea at what level I'd be at. I think I played for a couple years before it. And so I just dove in the lowest of the low kind of thing, the levels, and
Yeah.
I apparently won the division by a lot
Okay.
and almost beat some of the higher ones. So then I was called a sandbagger for most of the night. And then Dusty said, yes, I think we're going to move you up to the next level. And that was my first tournament experience, and it was kind of fun. It was cool. So then with all that stuff, gave me the confidence to maybe get into maybe doing some more tournaments.
Right.
So
Cool.
because the atmosphere is amazing. You know, you can go with your buddies, but when you're in a tournament, you got all these people seeing all these discs, all these bags, all the excitement and all the camaraderie, and it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's part of my reason for playing tournaments. Personally, I like, chasing my rating and doing that, but it's getting to meet people and all, I think we've yet to find someone we haven't liked in disc golf. We've got some people we're kind of lukewarm on, but overall we like everybody, that's for sure.
Well, that's the thing, right? When we go out and we play in like local leagues, we always tend to play with the same players because it's the same familiar faces that show up. But when you get to go out and play in a tournament, you get people that come in from out of town. And you're not always guaranteed to be on the same card with somebody. So seeing new people is the reason. I like that.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Well, Judge, when we did our research, it tells us that you aren't just a disc golfer, that you're also a chef. And so I wanted to know, how long have you been in the culinary arts for?
I've been doing cooking for over 30 some odd years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
started in the industry when I was 14.
okay. So this was like you started just like one of your first jobs and then you were hooked. So you were one of those few people who actually knew what they wanted to be when they grow up, when they were young?
No, not really. There was a debate at the house when I was 14 where my parents were like, son, you really need to get off your butt and get a job. Because
Gotcha.
I was kind of into music and doing a band and all these kind of things, and they wanted me to get out there. So I went to I think a job bank or whatever it's called back then. And you gave them your resume and they would call places for you.
Okay.
So here we are having this somewhat of an argument about it, and we're at the dinner table, and all of a sudden the phone rings. So I picked up the phone, I hung up after, and then told my parents, okay, I just got a job. So I was doing dishes at a place, but I ended up staying there for quite some years and started picking up the cooking. A Chinese place bought it, and then I started cooking Chinese food for a while.
Yeah.
And once high school was done, I had a friend that was going to college, and she was going to the Ontario College of Arts. And she showed me her entry exam to get into the program. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I could do that. So it kind of scared me off from going to art college and ended up sticking with cooking. And that was an apprenticeship program where the government pays for most of it. You buy your knives, your coats, your books, and that's it. So kind of went that route.
That's awesome. Well, and when I got that information there, Judge, I was looking and I was tempted to use The Bear for your origin story, use the TV show. But when I was writing it quickly got loud and intense, and I thought, maybe that just was, even for me, was a little too much. So that's why we moved on with the obvious with the Judge Dredd there. But you know what was neat is that you're now the second chef that we've had on the podcast, which I thought was interesting. Because last year's Discmania Open FPO winner was Rose Shurtick from New Hampshire, and she joined us. And so I have to think that the chef/disc golfer crossover is probably not that common. So it's got to be a small community. So have you guys ever crossed paths, or did you know of Rose at all?
No, never heard of her.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's out in New Hampshire, and she I believe she's an executive chef, I think is what she was doing. Yeah. So it's kind of neat. So there must be something. It's the art of cooking and the art of throwing discs.
It's a way in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. We just pretend they're plates. No.
There you go. Yeah.
I love it.
So when you were talking a little bit earlier, you said you had some of those. You were playing the PlayStation. You had some of those discs. You got out and you went out and played. Do you remember what those first discs were? Or do you remember?
Yeah, I think you said the Stratus, but how many? Yeah, what else did you have in there?
Yeah, what else did you have in there?
I
I was
I could find
imagining I was imagining a starter pack.
No, I have a picture on my phone. I just gotta get past the 2,000 pictures, so we can keep talking.
Well, while you look for the photo and try and remember what they were, do you still
Here
have
we
any
go.
of them?
Was the picture from yesterday or from yesteryear?
Yeah.
They're down. I have them packed away. Let's see if it'll.
Oh,
Okay, so you got a 5-pack there.
Well, it wasn't a
Stratus?
5-pack, but
Okay, well, I seen the Stratus because that's what Chris
yeah, Chris Beatty.
picked for his one of his Desert Island discs. And then what else you got there?
there was an AVR and XS Discraft, Stratus Discraft, Cyclone, and I think a Waymo kind of frisbee.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you still have them?
Yeah, I think they're downstairs in a box.
All 5 of them?
All 5 of them.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm
Normally we
pretty
talk to
sure.
people and they're like, one's in a box somewhere, one I still bag, and then the other one's been donated to a lake somewhere. So it's impressive that you've still got all 5.
Well, it's like grassroots discs, right? So they're
Well,
kind of
we
sentimental.
and we saw how well you played at nationals, so you probably don't lose a lot of discs like we do.
That's true.
That is it.
Yeah, I was not talking about that one. Hey, but it didn't affect my rating. It gave me a +1.
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
So 33rd place gave me +1.
That's perfect. So we all went. Okay,
No,
not everybody.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's what Meatloaf says.
Hey, speaking of meatloaf,
There you go.
there you go.
Well, Judge, we've established that you are an artist in the kitchen, but when did you first start putting art onto discs?
First art on discs. I was doing a lot of stuff with like Sharpie markers at first and just coloring the discs and stuff. More just black on them, not like all this fancy colors and things. But I was doing that for a little bit just for fun, just to have things different. I didn't want to spend so much money for a Huck Lab disc, so I made a stencil and just used Sharpie markers on my discs for it.
Right.
And then just went from there. I used to draw a lot of people's cars, like cartoon style for them.
Okay.
And I was talking to the guys at the disc golf show, Justin and Nick. I'm not sure if you guys ever saw their podcast or YouTube channel.
No, I don't think so.
But I got talking with them, and they had 2 antique cars that I think they liked or they owned. I forget. I think it was that they liked. So I ended up doing car pictures for them, which got me on their show and got recognized.
Awesome.
I started drawing the pros tour vans.
Oh yeah.
And trying to reach out to them on Facebook or Instagram, see if I could do a picture for them for a signed disc. I did a picture for Johnny McRae that suited the clocks and stuff, whatever his what was it called again? Well, it was suited to his Johnny, I forget what it is, but I had a clock and an hourglass, and his wife liked a certain flower, so I put the flowers in it too. So then that got posted.
Nice.
Cool.
So pros were starting to realize that I wasn't just some weirdo trying to get something from them and drawing their cars. It started to pick up a bit of popularity amongst them, and then I'm guessing the people at Reptilian Disc Golf caught wind of it through all the posting on the media and stuff. So then I believe it was in 2015 in which Reptilian Disc Golf reached out to me and wanted me to do a stamp for their Serpent putter.
Okay.
So that was the first stamp that I ever got put on a disc.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. That looks good. It's got a nice rainbow foil there.
Oh, gotta turn it the other way. There we go.
Put it in front of your face.
So that was the first one.
Yeah.
Put it in front of my face. There you go.
That's normally when you're trying to.
Then it'll be in the center of the screen.
Then you're in the center of the screen. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Don't cover your face, just in the general center.
Pro tip from the channel, boys. So I did a line of stamps with them. I know Gateway. I don't think I have it. Gateway had a competition on their website, and I did a couple drawings, and it was for the war spear,
Okay.
and there was a guy that drew a stick war spear with the word war spear on top, and he won.
Okay.
So basically, it was, the guy probably had a heck of a lot more friends and followers, maybe a teacher at school, and had had everybody vote
Right.
for him. So eventually, Gateway contacted me through Instagram and said that they were going to use my stamp.
Wow.
So then I got another stamp through Gateway, which was really cool. Way back, I believe in 2016 or 2015 also. Maybe a little bit later. I don't have the date for that one, but and then through that, I got picked up with Black Zombie Disc Golf,
Okay.
and did a couple stamps with them, did a couple flamethrowers, designed a flight grid for them, and they were trying to do an alien line of stuff, so I started doing some alien stuff for them. Gateway eventually did a Dimax of the flamethrower.
Oh,
Wow.
So
that looks great.
Yeah.
it was black and white for Black Zombie, but then Gateway went and colored it up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I
They
did a
colored
colored
it, or they
version.
asked
So
you to color it?
no, I colored it,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then they just took the image and then colored it up on their discs.
Right.
So sometimes it's nice to color the stamps, so if they want to advertise the stamp, it has a bit more life to it.
Right.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Now,
and
yeah. So
good.
no, it just while you're mentioning the disc dyeing there, kind of I've tried my hand at dyeing discs. I've kind of played with a little bit of hot hot what do you think, the hot dye, the hot ink, the hot dye stamping.
Mhm.
I've done a few. I did the Edmonton Elks one
Yes.
for you way back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I've just barely messed around with that sort of thing. So I know how much work goes into making the disc look good and all that. What you mentioned there about you started off with like using markers, and then now we're talking about Gateway putting the stamps on their discs. What are some of the other different ways that you've put your designs on discs? Like, do you ever do them yourself?
No, for me, it's just the digital work, and it gets sent to the companies, and they do whatever it is they want with it.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So, like, I don't do any of the coloring or hot stamping or Dimaxing or anything.
Right. You've hung
Just
up
art in the
the markers.
iPad.
You've put the markers away now. Now everything's done a little bit more professionally.
Yeah, all the markers and all the coloring pencils and all the batteries and the electric pencil sharpener and eraser is all gone. It's my office is my iPad, so it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned there about doing it on your iPad. Do you like? Is there? I assume it's all like freehand. You're drawing it all. You got all the. You got an app that you use.
Yeah, I prefer to use Procreate,
Okay. Yeah, I've
which
heard of
is
that.
a really good program, and then you have to use Adobe Illustrator to vector the picture.
Gotcha. I
Right.
know what that means. That
We've
means
had
I'm
that.
getting a little better with my technical
Yeah.
language.
Right.
That allows you to separate different parts of the picture from each other, right? Something like that. It
Oh, that
layers it.
that's layers, but vectoring is
Oh,
so no matter how it smooths and crisps the
Yeah.
lines up,
Like you can
and
zoom, and it'll still be crisp.
okay.
and will always stay the same. Yeah,
Yeah. You were
Okay.
so it
close though.
doesn't get
You weren't
pixelated.
close, but you. It
I was
sounded
in
like
the neighborhood. I thought I knew what I was talking
it
about.
almost. Yeah. So when somebody comes up to you and says, "Okay," I'm sure there's different ways you go about this. Whether you think of an idea or someone comes up to you and says, "Okay, I have an idea for a stamp or a logo for an event I want to use, and it's what I can picture is an eagle swooping down, picking up a disc from a basket, and it's whatever it might be." How long does it take you to go from that image in your head to actually finalizing it and getting it to a design that you're actually happy with?
With what you described there, it would probably take a week,
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
under a week. If there's direction helps so much
Right.
because then you can start, and then there's always back and forth. I'm always sending pictures of what I've done after I'm done doing whatever. So if any changes need happening, they get done quickly and before you go too far ahead of anything,
Right.
which would create a lot more work. So it's very one-on-one, very, very personal. And yeah, it's fun. I love it. I love talking back and forth and
So
getting their ideas
so when you say
and
it's good when someone has a direction and they say this is what I want, but do people then come to you and they just say, "Can you design me a logo?" and just leave it at that and kind of leave it open ended and then leave your
there has been
creative
some.
license?
You just start doing stuff and then they see it and then they might say, "Oh, hey, maybe we can try this. Maybe we can try that." Because then it helps
Hmm.
them think of else, something else to
Right.
another direction maybe.
Right. Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you kind of mentioned it, you got onto it a little bit earlier, and I'm going to come back to it now, is you've designed discs for players, you've designed discs for tournaments, and you've worked directly with disc golf companies like Gateway as well. Now, we know of some other projects that you've worked on a little closer to home and in Canada. Did you want to tell us a little bit about some of those? We see Scully Boy behind you as one of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, with Andy, we
Yes.
started doing we brought the Scully Boy to life a little bit more
Yeah.
from what he
Yeah.
previously had, right in front of the face.
There you go.
Looking good.
It works.
Yeah, and this guy has been so much fun to play around with. There's other pictures I've done that haven't been posted.
Oh,
Just
that are
messing around
beyond
with
the
the
ones that
character.
we've seen on discs and
So
that?
just to
Yeah,
Put it in front of your face,
yeah.
Daryl.
but it's in front of my
See,
face.
I haven't seen that. I've done it, but I haven't seen it on a disc.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
don't
those
have
are.
that one.
Well, they were the Edmonton ones that
Yeah.
he did, and I think
Yeah.
I may still have one if you need one. So I'd be more than happy
So
to get one to you.
the
Mm.
wolf's face was originally a woman's face,
Okay.
and then apparently it hit too close to the politic realm of things. Because it looked like the girl, and I had no idea. And then it got
Okay.
switched to a guy, and then we switched it to a wolf. So that's where, back and forth talking
Yeah.
helps get the final product out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah,
when
that was
we
a good one.
talked to Andy too, there, Judge, he had mentioned how he has a kind of. I don't think I've gotten a chance to see it. I don't know if you did. He has a
Mm.
tattoo of a skeleton, like a basic skeleton, throwing a disc, and that was always something in his mind. So is that kind of where you guys launched from to kind of get into the Scully Boy idea?
When he told me Skelly Boy, I pictured a boy, like a kid kind of skeleton.
Right.
So I
Gotcha.
started doing some stuff, and then he eventually showed me the one he was talking about. And it was like, oh, I wasn't picturing like a full-on skeleton kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
So it just clicked, it just happened. We have a full-blown character now for his line of discs whenever he needs them.
Right.
And it's great. It was
Yeah.
so cool. And like people, whatever he puts out, people buy all of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he is a good salesperson, but it goes to show as well that it's a great product, so it makes it easy to sell that
Mhm.
way. But how many Scully Boy, like I know you've done the ones for the discs, and then on top of that you're saying that there's some that didn't get released. Like how many Scully Boy designs do you think you've done at this point?
I did one of Skelly Boy riding a leopard for if it ever went on a leopard disc for Innova.
Right.
I started working on one on an eagle, riding an eagle's back.
Right.
I think it's half done. I kind of, yeah, it's half done. Um, there may be another one I forgot. There's been
Well,
so many things.
we got Dina in the chat here, and she says that her husband. Let me bring it up here. She says, "My husband got one from Andy this summer. It's Scully Boy eating sushi in front of a very mad mermaid."
Oh yes, that's the one for the tournament they had here in Niagara on the Lake with
Right.
Andy and Andrea.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
I gotta imagine that. I don't know how that came about. Did Andy come to you and say, "Okay, what I can imagine is Scully Boy eating sushi in front of a mad mermaid," and then you went, "Oh, I know exactly what to do," and then just drew it, or how did that evolve?
Well, since the women's golf club, disc golf club, is with Ange and it's the mermaid,
Right.
and then Andy, it's the Skelly Boy, and I I think I was sleeping and I had a dream and I just woke up and I think I have an idea. So then I just got thinking of maybe him eating like a fish product in front of the mermaid and kind of like getting
Right.
her mad. It
Yeah.
would be kind of funny.
There you go.
And
That's it.
it stuck. We went with it. I did color it. I think I may have posted it. I don't remember. But I fully colored it, and I was going to have them, if they wanted to use it for a trophy, if they got like a picture printed and whatever for trophies, it'd be the
Right.
only colored pictures that people would have. It would have been pretty cool, but I think time-wise it just didn't work out.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
working with Andy's been super fun. It's been great.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then not only working with Andy there, and those would have been those last ones that we got were on Daredevil discs, because I know he likes to
Mhm.
support as best as he can as he's running his events. But also too with that mermaid theme, you did some work with Discape discs and Net over there as well. Did you not, doing some designs or no?
I did their glow-in-the-dark Ruthie for
Okay.
their last, was it like a 3-disc challenge they had, I
Mhm.
believe? Yeah, I did their glow-in-the-dark Ruthie for them. So the tree ant.
Yes.
Right.
And those discs, they've got some good art. And I wasn't sure if you had done something with the Aquarian too, or maybe not, or
Yeah, I just traced off their picture just because I wanted to color it.
oh, okay.
Right.
So I did a colored version of it and just posted it, and they liked it. So
Nice.
So just so everybody can see it, because I did find it. I'm going to bring it up here so just so everyone can see it. There's the Scully Boy eating sushi in front of a very mad mermaid.
That's
Just
fantastic.
so everybody knows what we're talking about. So there you go.
so yeah, if you look in the table on the left side, it says St. Catherine's Disc Golf Club for the women. SC St. Catherine's Women
Oh
Disc
yeah.
Golf Club.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's the little things like that
And then the QDG for queer disc golf on the shirt there.
and
Yeah.
then JB on the
Yep.
sleeve.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
A lot of Easter eggs in there as well, I guess. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And then, you're going from like a Scully Boy, it's kind of cartoonish or whatever. It's got the mermaid in it. It's got, we've seen, like you say, the Ruthie is a kind of a different design again.
Yeah.
Then we come to Brooklyn O'Krafka, who you did design for her. And this is a purple hedgehog.
Yeah.
Is this one? Yeah, this is the hedgehog. Yes.
Yep.
And that one's really cute. We were quite excited to get our hands on the claymores that she had, and
Yeah.
and you did her ones last year. So it's almost like, I don't know if people really realize it in Canada, that at some point in your disc golf career here,
Mhm.
if you've been playing disc golf in Canada for a while, you've probably actually come across a Judge Havoc disc and not even known that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing Dreammaker once for practice, and there was a guy I met out there, and he was throwing some discs, and all of a sudden he took one out of his bag, and I go, "Hey, that's my stamp." He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "I did that." He's like, "No way." It was a disc for Stephen McNeil back a while ago. I was doing some of his stamps for him, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll let you finish this
Yeah.
segment.
No, go right ahead. I think it's time for diddly-lee-lee.
Okay, just so everybody's aware and if anybody's interested, top of the 6th, Blue Jays are up 8-2 now.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
There you go.
that's good.
Yeah. So this is really one of there's a couple episodes, last episode and this episode, where they're best listened to live, because for the rest of time,
Yeah.
you will know what the score was on one day in a Blue Jays game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got a chance there, Judge. I was scrolling through all your designs, and I think I'm very excited to hear that somebody else is just as excited about a new album that came out as I am. And one of my favorite designs is that Taylor Swift Reputation one you did. So now that I know we share the Swiftie love here, is there going to be some more Taylor Swift stamps coming out?
Well, I wanted to make it a stamp, but it's just on my iPad. It hasn't gone beyond that.
All right, so I haven't missed out on a disc yet. You're telling me that there's still a chance that I could get a Taylor Swift disc.
I could always send you the picture and you can get it Dymaxed.
There is that too. There is that. I just don't know what would we put it on.
Well, what I'm more curious about is when I get a signed disc, they go on the wall behind me. They're ones that I don't throw. If you got a Taylor Swift stamped disc,
Oh,
Would you
throw it. Yeah,
you would throw it.
I would throw. I would just shake it off and then throw it.
I have two of them.
See, even I got that.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
But you were saying, do you have a couple Taylor Swift discs? Was that where you were going?
Yeah, there was a local dyer in town who did two of them for me. So there was I saw a picture online of a picture of Taylor in a mosaic kind of style. So I just had to redraw it so she can use the black lines to print out so she can do the stenciling.
Mm-hmm.
And then her boyfriend, I think, ended up doing the coloring for it. And then there was another one I did with the album titles and a picture of Taylor singing. And they did that and they dyed it all up for me.
Right.
Man, those things are going to be good for eras, I tell you.
And then I did a sign.
What do you like?
I did a sign for one of the tournaments, the local tournaments. I got to sponsor a hole and all that stuff, and I designed the sign for it, and I had like a picture of Taylor kind of faded in the background, and I had a tattoo of her put on my arm for fun. So it was good. Awesome. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I didn't realize Judge and I knew I liked him, but now I know even more why I like him. There's all these reasons already. But
the connections.
As soon as I saw the post where like, yeah, I'm through the first 6 songs on the new Taylor Swift album and I'm hooked. I'm like, yeah, you are. The Fate of Ophelia, baby.
I tried to stay up to listen to it, but I fell asleep because it was midnight. I was tired. I fell asleep after the 3rd song.
I think this podcast is going in a different direction now, and I don't want to be a part of it.
That'll be Chain Out After Hours.
Yeah,
it's now going to be a Swiftie podcast.
Man. Let's pulling it back to disco. If you had mentioned earlier, you mentioned about working with Gateway Discs, and when we met you out at Nationals, you were very kind enough to give us some discs of our own. That you designed with the Gateway discs, and you put the stamp on them. We have them here. Do you want to? We are not that familiar with Gateway discs. We know, some of them might say it on the back, but they're definitely different discs that we haven't. We're not throwing Gateway or anything like that. So if I hold them up one by one, do you want to tell us maybe what the disc is and the plastic, and maybe something about the stamp?
Assuming that you know these things, tell us whatever you know about the disc.
For sure.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to find it on my cell phone. I know that's a Warlock. Okay. I don't remember the flight numbers. I think it's like a 3 something.
Yeah, it feels like a putter. It's
well, I can look up the flight numbers, Daryl. Tell the people who are listening a little bit about the disc you're holding up.
Right. So it's do you know what the plastic is? Like this is it's quite I gripped it earlier and I said, I'm quite particular on my plastic feel for putters, and it feels quite grippy. Do you know what type of plastic this is? Okay, he's got it. I filled in enough.
That's a Warlock 3S hemp.
Oh,
hemp. Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Hemp. Its flight numbers are 2301.
Yep.
Now I know with Gateway discs they have a letter S on them, and then they can be stable, super sticky stable. So this one is a triple S. Do you know anything about the S's?
Man, you're really testing the guy.
Super smooth and sexy. I don't know.
There you go. All right,
love it.
Moving on.
And it's got a cool owl design.
Yeah, you didn't
like a Warlock owl.
Anything about the owl on it.
It's kind of like an Assassin's Creed owl. I don't know, just kind of. And then you have to have that center available of free of art so they can center things. That's why you see the gap in the middle.
Oh, gotcha.
Is that just specific? It must just be specifically for Gateway because your other designs and other stamps don't have them. But so.
Yeah, Gateway, MVP, and I think another one. You need to have like a 2.5 centimeter circle in the middle free of art.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then we have another one here, which doesn't say on the back what it could be or what it might not be. So do you remember what this one is? It's looking like maybe a 7-speed.
Close. It's called the Glow Cyborg. It's a glow in the dark one.
Yes.
The speed is 8, or it's 8.6 -3 1.
If I was now I can see it. It's an 8.6 -3 1.
And it does have a cool cyborg design on there.
What? So is the name of the disc the Cyborg, or is it the stamp that makes it the Glow Cyborg?
I think the disc is called the Glow Cyborg, and it just happened to have matched them with that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Because I just sent them 4 stamps. They didn't know they didn't tell me what discs they were going on or anything.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was
so
just,
there is a chance that they named a disc after your stamp. We'll have to look.
Maybe.
We'll have to check the
it's
tape
quite
on that.
possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then let's go to this disc. So this is more like the star plastic, but it's in the gateway. I'm gonna say this one feels like an 11 speed.
Let's test you. Hold that one and hold the other one. Tell me if you see any differences.
Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this one seems a little bit domier, but
Okay.
no, actually, you know what? No, I think this one might be a 10 speed then. This one might be an 11 speed. Or am I just looking at these wrong? I know this is not very good for our audio, and Jeremy hates it when we do things
We
not
need
for audio. No, you know what? I'm going to say they're both the same, and I'm going to say they're both 11 speeds.
They're both the same, correct?
Oh,
Yes, they
okay.
are, but they're speed 12.
Okay.
Well, I'm just used to
That's
throwing, they feel light in my hand. That's why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so
the,
and then on the
it's
yellow one, it looks like the star plastic. Because we have a different stamp on both. You want to tell us a little about that stamp and what disc it is?
that's that one and the other are both called spells.
Okay.
Okay, I've heard of spells.
The one you're holding is a light spell, and the other one is a heavier spell.
Okay. And then
I
this
think that
other spell,
one's
it looks
This
almost
is
like
a
that might be a glow plastic on there.
and that is also a glow plastic.
And
Yep.
then going well with a spell would always be a nice looking witch.
yeah. The lightweight one is a 150 spell. What are the numbers on a spell? If you have it in front of you.
12503.
Okay. That's
Okay.
your destroyer type.
It's more overstable destroyer, more like a Excal,
Okay. Gotcha.
maybe.
So now,
So
go ahead.
you can tell where the circles are in the mask, and then the witch's cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the circles would be.
See, that's that's
With the mold.
that's the mark of a great designer, that you can put the space in the cheek and make it look like you didn't even know that there was a gap that had to be had there.
That's right.
Well, on the iPad, it's a bit easier than that because you can draw your picture and then kind of
Just put a circle
slide
in
it
it.
over and then
Yeah.
maybe make their face bigger or whatever to kind of fit it.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Awesome.
Well-
So
Well, and you were nice enough with these 4 discs, so you gave them to us and you signed them, and that's going to be our next giveaway. And our thought was, Judge, is that we would split this out and not do one big giveaway of all 4 discs. We thought we would do a giveaway of 2 discs and 2 discs so we can make 2 people happy. We don't know what your thoughts are on that, but if you agree with it, we need your help in deciding how to divide the discs up to what 2 groups they should go in.
I'm thinking probably a spell and a spell.
Assuming he likes it, he has to answer that question first.
well, if you're thinking of if it's one's going to a person or 2 are going to people.
So 2 to
Two to
one
2.
person and then 2 to another winner. So group them in
Okay.
2 sets of 2. Is that how it works? Or 1 set of 2?
So
2 sets of 2.
if a beginner gets it, then you'd probably want the light spell
Yeah.
Yep.
with the cyborg because the understability of the cyborg. So it's a bit more
Yes.
friendlier for beginners.
Gotcha.
Got it.
And this way, each person gets a glow and each person gets a regular one.
Oh,
Look
I
at
used to
this
good
guy.
at that. Yeah,
Thinking,
right.
Hey, thinking.
Nice. Okay, so we've got the
Well-
lightweight spell and the understable cyborg. That's going to be one giveaway. And then in the other giveaway, we've got the glow spell with the warlock. There
Mhm.
you go. So we will put that up on social media soon.
Yeah. Well, that's
Hopefully tomorrow.
I don't commit to any of those
No.
things because
That's not your
I'm not the one doing that. Well, Judge, and not only have you done discs and you've done the designs like that, you've also designed player cards, you do a magazine. So starting with the player cards, I know you've done some digital ones. Have you done actual physical trading cards too? Have you done that with anybody?
I was talking to Tobin because I know the guy loves his cards. So I knew he'd know a lot about them. And we were bouncing ideas off each other. And I was thinking of maybe running a Canadian box set and have like the players that want to be in it maybe put in like $25 or $20 to do their cards and also help fund to make it and then give it, and put it out. But I bounced some ideas off people and I always hear that
Got one person over here. So you got Tobin, you've got Jeremy. I've heard that Thomas Gilbert is actually big into the cards as well. So that sounds like a pretty good start.
it'd be pretty cool to do it. I did take a whack at doing a couple of them, a couple tries, and they look pretty cool. But
how many more do you need to commit to get this ball rolling? 5?
Yeah. How many? Do you need a dozen? Do you need 2 dozen? How many do we need to get to?
yeah. Well, it wouldn't be like Brixton. I'm not getting people's clothes and putting them in cards and stuff, but
Right.
they're plastic from their discs or anything.
Yeah.
But it was just a thought. It'd be pretty cool to, because the Americans always have their things and they're really cool things, but then like we kind of like it'd be cool to see like some local players or people from all over the world that may not be like on the pro circuit where we see them on YouTube or anything, but like they're good.
Yeah.
And it like Oz, I haven't seen Oz in a Brixton card, and he's like he's amazing. So like people that don't get out there, and most of us don't see or know unless you're going like nationals and tournaments and stuff. It'd be cool to let them have their kind of moment to shine in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
You're speaking our language, because that's why we're doing this podcast, is to highlight those Canadian disc golfers that don't get the recognition they deserve. So yeah, I think you're onto something there.
If you guys wanted to give $25, we'll make a card for you, kind of thing.
All right, we're in.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you, Judge, what I'm thinking with these is, if you can remember, if we share any more memories, is those classic, almost recycled cardboard cards that we would have had. And when you would open the pack, you had the stick of gum that was hard as rock and shattered when you tried to chew on it.
But it was the best gum.
It was the best gum. I loved it.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
It had a certain smell to it as well.
Well, that would be the Canadian flavor to it. Maple syrup flavored gum.
Well, we had different gum in England.
We could do, no, I'm making that up. We could do that. Well, no, that's awesome with the cards. And then tell us about the Team Discy Chicks magazine that you guys, or that you've been doing.
At first, my vision for that was to be all Canada, a Canada magazine, because we're always getting the Disc Golfer magazine, and the States are always putting out magazines. I know that ODSA has their newsletter or somewhat of a little magazine kind of thing, but the same thing as the cards. Like a lot of local good talent would love to be in a magazine, and maybe I want to know about how you guys are doing, or how like Colleen McGinnis is doing, or Chris Brown and them, and all those kind of players. Because once again, we don't see them because they don't go play the American tours and stuff. Well, Colleen's doing a lot more now.
Yeah.
But we just don't get to see it. And like, how cool would it be to see players from all over Canada that aren't getting, well, not getting recognition, but like they play well and people would like to know more about them. So that was the initial idea. And I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to be able to do this? Because I don't know everybody in each place that could probably help out. And so I was talking to Mindy, and we just kind of narrowed it down. Well, maybe, start out doing like a magazine for the Discy Chicks. We'll do like player profiles, maybe a couple in the bags, and work away from that. So the first magazine, I think, took me maybe 6 or 7 months. Yeah, and they're all blank pages, and I just went to town on them on the iPad, and we got something down, and it was really cool to see, and the response from people was pretty good. I think we sold like 86 magazines, the first one.
Okay.
Right.
Something along those lines.
Wow.
And I think roughly the same for the second one. But it's been so cool. I wish, I could do it for all of Canada, but it's a lot for one person.
Yeah.
And my grammar and writing's not the greatest, so I'm more the artsy side and all that stuff with it. But I've had a lot of help with the Disney magazine, like Shelley writing some articles, Ange writing some articles, Jane writing some stuff, and a lot of editing through them. And sometimes I miss a couple things, and their edits are needing re-editing.
Yeah.
But it's been a great team effort. It's been fun. This third one I felt was more inclusive of a lot of the members, because a lot of them had their hands in it. But just with timing and life things, it just never made it to print.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So
It's funny
things
because
started to get a little what's
No, go
that?
ahead. Go ahead.
Things got a little outdated, so it's like there's really no point in printing it. So we figured might as well, don't sit on it, just post it digitally, and people can see what it was supposed to be and read it online.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm starting to see that Judge has got a bit of me and you in there. He's got the love of Taylor Swift in there, but yet he's got the bad grammar and everything else as well. So just do a quick score update for everybody here. Jeremy, do the noise. There you go. So we are bottom of the sixth, end of the sixth, bottom of the sixth. Blue Jays are currently 12-2 winning. This is amazing.
Well. Let's keep this podcast
Go
going
on.
because they keep winning as we keep talking.
There you go. So how did you get the meetup with Mindy, and what's it been like being part of Discy Chicks?
Meeting with Mindy, I was referred to Mindy through Brent McDonald once again in Peterborough. She was looking to do a competition for their Peterborough Disc Golf Club logo, and my daughter.
You got all the fans watching.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And I did design. Some other people did designs. I didn't get it, which was, fine. But it was through that where me and Mindy got talking, and we just started developing a good relationship and friendship online, and then eventually meeting up with each other and playing some disc golf. And one day I was just tinkering around with a logo with her signature visor and glasses and hair,
Yeah.
and I just drew one up and then showed it to her, and she loved it. And I've been a Discy Chicks ever since 2017 or 18.
Wow,
Nice.
that's awesome. Yeah.
So
Well, and do you
I've
find
done
Oh, go ahead. You've done?
I've done pretty much all of her artwork right now. I've done their tents, the stuff in their van, their trailer, um, all the stuff they put in their jerseys. We changed the color of the visor and stuff to pink.
Yeah.
It's been super fun.
Nice.
Super fun.
That's great. And so being part of the team for as long as you have since 2017, for us, of course, we're just Team Daryl and Jeremy at the moment, but do you feel a different connection in your disc golf as opposed to just being an individual player out there on your own when you're being connected to the Team Discy Chicks? Does that kind of give you a different feel or a different vibe for disc golf?
Well, not being in a team, so like when you're out in the course, it feels like family. People you meet for the first time, they instantly become family. And with Discy Chicks, it's promoting family and the love of the game, and representing the game well, and being a steward of disc golf, and the love of it. Like we all know there's politics in disc golf and rivalries and all these kind of things. But just love golf. Just love the disc golf, and love the people you meet, and love the people you play with, and enjoy the game. We all have our ups and downs. We have our mood swings, and it's it's been great, like being representing, Discy Chicks, and people knowing the jersey and knowing kind of what Discy Chicks stands for, which is the love of the game and friendships, and promoting it and having that kind of reputation. So there's that, but then it's also yourself. Like you're representing a team, but I also want to represent, well, obviously the brand Judge Havoc, and the art and all that stuff too, but we all love this game. And some people might think we're a little crazy and saying it's an obsession, but
Agreed.
it truly isn't. I have over 500 discs. That's not an obsession. That's a passion. So,
It's when you get to 502, then it's
well, we may be over that, but let's not go there. But I have found that through disc golf, it's been so cool to meet all these kind of people sharing the same love of the same sport, and we're there for each other. Like not even on the course, like people want to go and hang out and do stuff and are there for you if you have problems or things to talk about. It's gone beyond throwing plastic. In
yes.
some ways, disc golf has been a family therapy. It's so, and then to tie it all back to Discy Chicks, like it's great to be in part of a team that is all about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about winning. It's not about trophies and all this stuff. Like when me and Mindy get together, or me and Mindy and Rob, we just love talking disc golf and talking about the stories and the tournaments and going out and chucking some plastic and playing. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Well
And
said.
Yeah. And talking about
and
that
like with the
great,
Discy Chicks,
yeah, talking about that
we
great
we have
team. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we have our own Disky Chicks, chat on Messenger, and we're always backing each other up, or we're encouraging each other and cheering each other on. So it's like a whole other different family. It's like, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know it must be a great team if you've got a person that's kind of our mutual friend, and obviously she's on Team Disky Chicks as well, is Andrea Michaud. If she's part of the team, then you know it's going to be one hell of a team, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
exactly. So when you speak about that team and that camaraderie that you have, like you mentioned that you've got the message chat there. Do you ever get together for events as a team or tournaments? Like, do you go to events together?
That's so hard. We all have different
Mhm.
lives, and like they're not all people aren't all local. Like Jolene,
Right,
Jolene, I believe lives out in PEI,
sure. Okay.
I believe. So they're not all like Ontario.
right.
Mm.
So
But
it can
whenever
get
you,
tricky to get yeah, it's hard to get everybody together.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cool.
Well, I really love that team idea. And I think, most of the time people will think of Team Innova or maybe Team Daredevil discs or something, and they're thinking more of manufacturers and that type of thing. Or we're Team Cardinal, we're part of a clothing line. But, to me, I like the Team Disky Chicks. I like the vibe. I like the motto. I like all of that. I could see a Team Chain Out, like a Team Project 15. And like you said, there could be some politics, but I think depending on the groups and who's part of them, it's more, if anything, it's poking fun and having fun, and then it is anything else. Like I know out in Ontario, we learned quite quick, and I don't know if we're supposed to say it here. Probably about 4 other people are gonna give us a hard time, but one group out there is gonna like it when we go White Spruce. so so for our Ontario
Yeah.
people, the ones that didn't like it, we're sorry, and that select group that did like it, then we're glad we did it for you.
The spruces are great.
We heard that's a thing there. But you know what? We are getting towards the end, and I am the resident researcher at Chain Out Podcast, Daryl.
You are.
And I love to educate you and our listeners whenever I can. So at the top, we talked about St. Catharines being a part of Ontario,
Mm-hmm.
or over in kind of the area down there.
Hmm.
And it is part of the Golden Horseshoe.
Okay.
And on top of that, it is only a short distance away from Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that Niagara Falls is actually 2 sets of falls?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So the one that you do know is Horseshoe Falls. You can normally see that from the Canadian side.
Okay.
It's the beauty, it's that one and everything else. But if you head a little bit over to the American side, you can see the second falls,
Okay.
and that's Bridal Veil Falls. And they're beautiful places, I tell you.
Okay.
Just beautiful. And sandwiched
Mm-hmm.
right in the middle of the 2 falls
Yes.
is, I think you've guessed it, is a piece of land.
Right.
It's called Goat Island.
Really?
Yes. And speaking about islands,
Oh, yeah.
You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
Okay, I spotted that one coming a mile off, Jeremy.
if you
I
didn't,
just
I
clued
wasn't
in.
doing my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Judge, did you say you just clued in?
Yeah, I totally forgot about the island.
Well, it's that part of the show where we whisk you away to this fictitious cruise that's happening, and it goes down, and then you swim to safety on the shoreline with this fictitious bag that you have to this fictitious island. Am I making this point clear that it's fictitious at this point, Jeremy?
I think so. It's not Goat Island.
You luckily just happen to have 3 discs with you. Which 3 discs are you hoping that you have with you on this island?
How big of the island is it? Is it a 300 foot by 300 foot kind of island?
It's about that size. It's I would say it's a little bit bigger than about that, but more so it's probably about that size.
Whatever size you're thinking is
All
the
right.
size it is.
Exactly. It's as
Look, I came
humid and as
prepared.
windy and
I
as flat as you like it.
I would bring a brave.
Okay, yeah.
My friend Greg
Specifically,
Clark
specifically that type
throws a
of
lot of
plastic,
orange discs.
the
Yeah,
Project Grip.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's nice and orange. I play with a guy, Greg Clark, and he packs all the orange discs, and I've learned that orange is a friendly color to find out in the woods. So
Okay.
I carried a couple orange ones now. I would bring a truth,
Mhm.
Okay.
and this one glows, so it'd be good to play in the nighttime on the island at
Sweet.
nighttime. And then we'd have to bring a judge.
Okay.
Ah.
So one of the
So you
questions
can,
that when we normally ask is about the plastic. So is there a certain type of plastic do you like your judges and your truth?
the judges I like them to be hard, not the
Okay.
soft or the sticky ones.
Yeah.
Just a nice, good hard one. And I do like throwing like the more gummier kind of plastic
Right.
because they just feel good when you just grip them really tight. They really
Yeah.
stick
Yeah.
well and they really rip out pretty good.
Okay. So
Uh,
we've got a Project Grip Brave orange.
Mm-hmm.
We've got an orange sticky gummy truth
Mm-hmm.
and a firm judge.
Yeah.
But it's a purple judge. Do you have orange judges, or are you just like to?
I have over I think 45 judges.
Wow.
So
Ah.
Okay.
this is I've had this one now for I think when did they come out? The Supreme Plastic. 2 years?
Not
I
too
think I've had it
familiar
for
with
about two
Okay.
Trilogy
years.
Plastic. Okay. Um, so that's the 3 discs that you're going to be taking with you. Now, if you could transport any course to this island, so this is the only course you get to play from now until you get rescued with those 3 discs, which course would you take with you to the island? Or the hope that's already been
Um,
transported there?
well, after playing Nationals, I would certainly like to take a stab at Cedar Creek again and really get good at
Right.
it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cedar Creek was beautiful. It was the first time I ever saw it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I wish I could play it every day.
Right.
So I would probably take that one. It's a beast. It doesn't take a short time to play it, so
Yeah.
And to have
that
an
would be
Nice.
good.
island within an island, because that one has that island hole that
It does.
I was on the card in our MA40 group
Yeah.
where we had a guy take 19 because he was going to make that island judge. And eventually he just pitched up to the safe zone.
I had one of those guys on my card too. Wasn't me,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
the
What's
guy almost emptied his bag.
I know this is a bit of an aside, but what do you do in that matter? Like on one side of me, I want to say, hey man, maybe stop doing this. Maybe you should stop and play to the safe zone. And on the other side, it's like, I just want to see how long he's going to go.
I tried twice to get it, and then I was like, I'm throwing one more. Like, I'm so close. One went two left, one went two right. The next one just hyzered in at the last minute.
Okay.
So, but practice round, I got to see the course first time on the Thursday before the tournament, and
Mhm.
Sean Galbraith took me out for a half tour while I
Yeah.
was playing, and I played the island hole smart. I, you know, didn't mess with it, and I did good on it. And then when it came to tournament time, it was the second day that was at Cedar Creek, and I knew I had to catch up somehow. So I tried to play, um, tried to play harder and farther, but didn't quite work out with LVOB. So I think
Yeah.
practice round was +3, and then I think tournament round was +15.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It can happen. It's a tough course. It's a tricky. I like shots like that where it's like, should I go for it? Should I take the wise decision? And I always tell you, take the wise decision.
You certainly do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it would be
yeah.
awesome for you to have that course on the island. That takes us right back. I'm surprised that you didn't have a Havoc in your 3 discs as well.
Right.
Well, I used to throw a lot of havocs. I think I have like 12 or 13 downstairs, but they start to get a little bit more understable as your form gets better and your arm gets stronger and your, all that stuff. So then I ended up
Okay.
switching to
Mhm.
ballistas.
All right.
Okay.
So I wasn't going to change the name to Judge Ballista. It was just Judge Havoc. Keep
That
it, stick with it, and we'll run with it.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Now we had a question in the chat earlier, and we never kind of got around to it, but this is kind of a perfect segue into it right now. We have a listener in the chat. He's not here; he's kind of left at the moment, but he's very famous for anybody who mentions anything about a judge. His first question is ask him if he putts with a lemon scented judge. Now you say you've got quite a few downstairs. I'm sure at some point you must have had a lemon scented judge in your hand.
I don't think I got the smelly ones. I have one that has the lemon on it, but I've never sniffed it to know if it really was. It's a glow in the dark one.
Right? Okay.
Um, Funny story about glow in the dark. Have you ever gone to your rack of discs and take a black light to them and then turn the light off and find out that you have more glow in the dark discs than you knew you had to begin with?
Yes.
That
I've
has
done that
happened.
once. I was blown away. I was like, I had no clue.
Yeah. More and more lately in the fact that you'll get these halo discs and they don't look like they're glow, or they're a color glow where it just looks like a color disc.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, as you said, you turn off the lights and you're like, what is glowing in here?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What's surprising to me is that I have discs in my bag, in my cart, and I'll be out in the daylight, and it doesn't, you don't need to take the black light. Sometimes you can just be out in the daylight, and I'll bring my cart inside and close the garage, and my bag will be glowing, and I'll be like, I didn't even know I had glow discs out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that second question, I don't know what question that was, so if you want to ask that question.
Oh, which one?
The judge as a chef.
Oh, no, that was just the fact that, because that's what Doc Zen was saying earlier when he put his question in there. He's like, because Judge is a chef, would he not want to have a lemon scented judge?
Yeah, fair.
Got it. Yeah, there you go. That's where that came from.
Perfect.
I could always put it in a bag, a Ziploc bag or something with some lemon zest, and we could do it up.
I'm sure that's how they do it anyway.
Yeah. Not altering the disc in any way, shape, or form. It's really gummy now, really gummy and sticky.
Yeah. Well, before we let you go, Judge, we want to give you a moment to shout out anything that we didn't cover.
I did want to point out a couple discs. I know we probably got over the discs part, but
oh no, we're good.
The one that really hit me hard at the beginning was when I did the owl stamp for Top Link when they were doing stuff for the Canadian Nationals a couple years ago.
Okay.
And they asked me to do an up, and it was the first disc that I ever had on the website of Dynamic Discs for sale. And I'm a trilogy thrower.
Right.
There's been a couple other discs that slipped into the bag, but I was like so stoked to go on their website and say, oh my goodness, that's my stamp. Like the world is buying this.
Right.
So I was like so freaked out. That was the coolest thing ever. And one year I was thinking of the circle of life and animals. I think I was watching The Lion King or something with my daughter. But I was messing with that. So it's the eagle that would eat the snake would eat the frog, and in the frog's mouth there's a fly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I posted a picture, and then Prodigy Canada wanted to purchase it. So then I got kind of hooked up with Prodigy a bit with Mosoft.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. With Lane.
Yeah, with Lane, and then they had me do their dinosaur lineup.
Okay.
For
Sweet.
Prodigy America.
Yeah.
And that was really cool to see that art was being recognized and picked up even by other companies.
Gotcha.
So that was huge. And some of the other artists like Skeet Zienski and Kelly Barber, they do amazing stuff. And I was talking to Skeet, and he is a little busy with a lot of projects. So I got a chance to do a stamp for Jay Redding.
Wow.
Because I was referred by Skeet. So then I got to do this one for him.
Sweet.
Right.
So that was awesome. I was pretty stoked to do that. And then you guys have seen, you probably have seen the stamps I did for Kat.
Yes. Yeah. For Kat Johnson.
Yeah, you can show them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then these are my first ever Dimaxes I ever had done. Was through when
is that Jen Allen or okay?
No, that was just some native person because it was Lime Warriors.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was thinking a warrior.
Yeah.
So That, and then
I
there's
thought
this
Jen,
weird.
because I know down she's in New Mexico or Arizona, and a lot of hers have kind of a indigenous theme to them. Yeah,
That's her heritage. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
yeah.
And what else was there? I did bring this. This was given to me by Avery Jenkins.
Nice.
He
Ken Climo
wanted
on
me.
there.
Oh yeah, this was right
Sweet.
after
Paul
Ricky.
Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki,
Right
Avery
after Ricky
Jenkins.
won his Worlds.
Right. Nice.
He had me draw up their Discmania tour van, and he had all the people that toured in it sign the picture, and then he gave it to Yusu as a gift.
Oh,
So in
wow.
return, yeah. So I think he said he kept the original copy and got it photocopied for him. I think. But
Right.
so this was the gift for doing that. That was
awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Man, I
Yeah.
think we could do this when you were talking about the 500 discs. It's amazing
Yeah,
that a good chunk of them are actually his
Well, that was one
design
yeah,
disc.
that was one of my questions. Was you do a design for somebody, you send it off, you send the file. It's a digital thing now. They receive it, but yet you have these discs with their stamp, your stamp on them. So do they kind of like part of, quote unquote payment or whatever that sort of, we're not going to touch on that, but is part of the thing that is you get one of the discs that you've put your design on back for you, or do you have to go and
That's
buy the
pretty.
disc
Yeah.
afterwards?
I haven't had to buy any, but you don't always get every stamp, which
Right.
is fine because I haven't thrown any of them.
Right.
So I did a stamp for Rebecca Minnick, and she gave me two. So I did bag one,
Right.
but one stays on the wall.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you get more than one, yeah. But
That's awesome.
yeah, I did. There's two boxes on my bed, but I wasn't gonna bring all of them out.
We got to draw the line somewhere.
That'll be Judge Havoc episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all posted. You can all see them on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a beautiful segue, Judge. We want to let our listeners know if they want to get in contact with you. Maybe they want to design for an event or a disc or whatever they want to get in contact with you for. Where's the best place to reach out to you?
They can reach me on Instagram at judge.havoc.
You're right.
And on Facebook, it's just Judge Havoc, and you look for the logo, which I don't have any pictures of right now. Oh, yeah, here one.
Yes, there you go.
There you
I've got
go.
that one on my coffee mug.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now it's straight.
There you go.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Well, thanks so
Yeah.
much, Judge. It was great chatting with you, and we can't wait. It was awesome getting to see you and hang out with you at Nationals, and we can't wait for the next opportunity where we can make that happen again.
Are you guys playing provincials? Oh, wait. No, that's right. You guys are out over there, not in Ontario.
No, I don't know. Is it about where you were born or where you currently live? Because if it was where you were born, then maybe I could get in there, but I haven't qualified for an event, so I'm not going to be there.
You won't be there.
No.
All right. No, it's been great. This is fun.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, good luck at it, provincials. Have a great time there, and we'll chat with you soon.
Hey, guys. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Talk
Have a
to
good
you
night.
later.
Later.
Good night.
Well, Daryl, I got one question for you with the theme of my. Have you noticed I've been a little bouncy, a little more jokey tonight?
More? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe about normal. But I want to know, how would you judge that interview and episode, Daryl?
That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know what I tell you? Personally, I would give it a chef's kiss.
Well, you're full of them tonight, Jeremy. Well, at least we kept it all in line and we didn't wreak havoc.
I see what you did
There you
there.
go. You see, you're rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Well, I'll tell you, when Judge at the end there, which not everybody would have known, Dina would have known for sure, but when he's like, oh yeah, Mozoff Designs, Kelly Barber, Skeet, that's the equivalent in disc golf design as being like, oh, I was chatting with Paul Macbeth, Paige Pierce, Gannon Burr, just it's the same thing. It's like that is the cream of the crop when it comes to designers, and Judge is right up there with them.
Absolutely. I would agree.
For sure. So at this point here, we'd love for you to continue to love our episodes. Tell your family, friends, anyone you can to click the subscribe button. The subscribe button on our YouTube channel. That's right, the YT, the YouTube channel. We're currently around 461 subscribers. We want to get to 500, and at the rate we're going, in 39 more weeks, we should be there. So if you could help us get there a little bit sooner, that would be great.
Appreciate that.
We've got a giveaway and everything for 500. Just come on, guys, help us get there. Next week is going to be our 100th episode.
We've started on the 1,000 giveaway box. Come on, let's get rid of this 500.
500 out of here. So next week's our 100th episode. Mark it in your calendar. We're working to put together a great show for you. There's a lot of moving parts. We'll see what it all looks like when we get there next week, but please come back and join us.
You're going to want to watch that one for sure.
That's right. And don't forget, we got the cool discount codes for you. We talked about using Chain Out at BR Disc Golf and at Cardinal Disc Golf to get 10% off your purchases. You can also use that same code Chain Out at Chains the Disc Golf board game and get 25% off. And then you can use the code COP15. That's COP15. Which is Chain Out Podcast, I think is what the COP stands for.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so COP15, use that at Goat Towel and get an awesome towel that will dry and clean your discs, or custom Zuka plate for your cart, like I've got too. That's a cool thing you can get. And if you want to support us further, head on over to Patreon, and you can join at any level. Join at free, so you can get the link to join us on our Around the Basket episode, or join at a paid level because we like money. It helps
us do what we do.
Oh, man. I told you I was being a little goofy.
What do you like today?
Yeah, exactly. But no, we appreciate any level of support you can help us with. And I'm glad we're getting to the end. Daryl, what's happening next?
Oh, my goodness. Stay tuned, because in about 15 minutes' time, we will be doing our Around the Basket episode. Head over to Patreon and join any level for free. But we like it. Just get the link. Join in the chat. Join in the chat. That's what we want more.
Yeah, we do. We want your interaction. We want to chat with you there. And I've been in a goofy mood, and I've got a goofy quiz that I think you're going to love.
But you told me, though, that it's not, because if you watched last week's episode, I apologize that I didn't get it out on Saturday. I released it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But if you do go and watch last week's episode, we had a crazy quiz about the Chain Out podcast generated by ChatGPT.
Yes.
And you've told me that this week's quiz is not ChatGPT. It's all 100%
JP. Chatty G did not do this quiz. It was Jerry P.
Oh, you know what? Before anybody complains at me, thank you, Sam. I need to update the... if you head over to Patreon...
the link will be there very shortly.
The link will be there very shortly.
Yes, and yeah, join us there. And again, too, not Chatty G, but Jeremy P. Jeremy P. Put this one together for your listening pleasure, that Daryl, in his sultry voice, is the only one who could actually say this to finish us off.
Okay, let me finish it off.
Yes.
Interviews, jokes, laughs throughout. 99 episodes. We've been devout. Like Wayne the Great One, we've had lots of fun. And we'll always end with a chain out.
Thank you, everybody. And the right button.
There you go.
Woo woo.